This flew under the radar, Shasky, from Troy Aikman.
And 3 fumble recoveries.
Sorry to interrupt you. But as we haven't even brought up the quarterback. We don't even know who's playing quarterback on Sunday. Could be Brock, could be Darnold. I have no idea. It wouldn't shock me if it was Brock Purdy, because as soon as he clears concussion protocol, Shanahan don't care. He going to play you. Christian McCaffrey played all day long. We think Christian McCaffrey, not only does he have a torn oblique, but hell, we think he had a concussion against Dallas. He still played. Well, listen. Troy Aikman, during Monday Night Football, dropped this one in, and we haven't touched it all week.
And talking with him about his elbow and the injury that he had last year in the playoffs, he's still regaining his strength. It's not 100%.
What?
That's Troy Aikman on Brock Purdy. Listen to this again. Here's Troy Aikman on Brock Purdy, who we spoke with in the pregame meetings. They had the meetings. Joe Buck talked to us on Monday. They had the meetings on Sunday with Shanahan and Purdy and everything. Here's Troy Aikman on Brock Purdy.
And talking with him about his elbow and the injury that he had last year in the playoffs, he's still regaining his strength. It's not 100%.
So Purdy's out here playing compromise because he knows if he doesn't play, he could get Brock Purdy'd. He could get Wally pipped.
Well, I guess I have a lot of questions about what 100% means. Like, was he 80 in week 1 and then 85 and now he's down to 75? Or is he just, you know what I mean? Like, is he up to 91 from 80 at the beginning of the year? Like,
I don't know.
Because he looked great against Dallas. But this is the thing with the arm that, again, any baseball player, quarterback, anyone who throws a lot understands this. One day your arm feels great,
right,
and the next day your arm doesn't. One day I need a compression sleeve to throw, and I got to take a couple days off.
Right.
A couple other days, it feels a lot good. Like, not every day your arm is going to feel great. And week to week, you're going to build up. I mean, I'm surprised there's not more dead arm conversation in the NFL in general.
And there probably is. They just don't address it.
No.
And they're not going to address it. They don't want to give another team at a competitive advantage. You don't want the Cincinnati Bengals to know, oh, man, he's not 100%. Well, let's run this coverage because he can't make this throw. A lot of Bosa calls here. A lot of Bosa calls, a lot of D-line calls.
I didn't realize the Bosa thing was that going to get people that fired up. I told you to. Look, can we just – I know. I sounded like a panicked maniac in the preseason. Can we just admit missing the whole thing, not being at the facility? I don't care about practicing, but just not being there –
maybe.
It was a bad look.
Maybe, but here's my problem.
Forget the result. It was a bad look.
The reason why I'm not going to acknowledge it.
Why?
Because you were all over it, and I get that. And a lot of people were all over it. To be fair, had the right to be all over it. But nobody brought up training camp the first 5 weeks of the season when they were rolling and being 5-0. All of a sudden, they lose a couple games. He gets shut down in Cleveland. Gets quieted in Cleveland, and he doesn't get home against Kirk Cousins. And all of a sudden, we're bringing back training camp. We're bringing training camp back up. We didn't bring it up the first 5 weeks of the season.
Timeout.
That's my issue with it.
I get it, but
that's my issue with it.
You have a significant other at home.
No doubt.
They don't forget nothing.
No, well, that's
so
different.
when something rears its ugly head, fans are going to remember as well.
But for Bosa to say that, I don't want to hear from Bosa.
I hear you.
I don't want to hear when you got $120 million guaranteed, straight hit the bank, direct deposit, and all of a sudden you say, yeah, well, maybe now. I'm sure somebody asked you a question before about training camp through the first 5 weeks of the season. Wasn't the problem then? All of a sudden we get lit up by Minnesota, and it's an issue. That's my problem. I don't want to hear about it. You chose to hold out. You got your money.
And now you're experimenting
and
in games
you get your money.
We're trying to win.
There's a lot of people down in Santa Clara saying, boy, we didn't think it was going to cost this much. Well, they gave in and gave you your back. So I don't want to hear about training camp now in week number 8. I don't want to hear about it. You better go out there, and Joe Burrow better have grass stains on that jersey on Sunday. Because I'm afraid. Well, I'm going to be off on Monday. It's Baby Chez's first day of school, but I will be listening. And I'm going to tell you what, I always get on you for calling in on a day off. I will be calling in Monday. I will be calling, especially if they lose. I will be calling the 9 o'clock hour. And Bosa, I'm watching you every single play this week.
Omar's coming.
Joe Burrow better have grass stains on that jersey this Sunday. I don't want to hear anything. No excuses. I'm tired of it. I got to see here, listen to the head coach throw the DC under the bus. The DC Sitting here saying, well, I'm still learning the defense. And now Bosa's talking about training camp in week number 8.
And my quarterback is telling the
Aikman that I'm not 100%. I'm still getting right.
And he's dealing with a concussion situation.
Boy. Oh, we got problems in San Francisco. Oh, my God.
Trent is, who knows? Dre Greenlaw, who knows?
Oh,
CMC off the injury list. Everyone and their moms knows that CMC is not healthy. Stevie Wonder called in and said he could see that CMC wasn't 100%.
So we've got shameless shout-outs in 8 minutes. We got full fall lines. I don't even know if we need shout-outs. Should wave them off. No shout-outs today.
Helen
I think we
Keller
audible on
can
that
see.
one.
Shh. Shout out to Christian McCaffrey's oblique. By the way, did you see the ISO cam on Christian McCaffrey before the Monday night game?
Oh, yeah.
He was like hopping around.
Yeah.
He was like stretching.
That's what them Vicos will do.
I said, I looked at him and I looked at Anna and I said, oh my God, this guy smelled every salt in the world. He is hopped up off something. Did you see him? He looked like an absolute maniac. And the first time I said, this guy should not be suited up. What is shithead doing? What is shithead? And you got that blaring, and I'm like, this guy looks like a maniac. He should not be playing.
Well, if you've ever had an older family member, my grandma, after a nice glass of liquor, vodka, she likes I call it the pipe cleaner. She can get up and do a little waltzing, but before that, she can barely move. So when you're feeling good, let the Lord lift you up and feel the Spirit. I mean, I'm not mad at that.
Tell me, did you see that? What did you think?
Of course I saw that. I said I see that every morning when I'm walking around Union Square. People feeling the Holy Spirit. High off them Vicos. Fentanyl, whatever the hell it is.
You guys see what I'm talking about with McCaffrey? I was like, this guy should not be playing a football game. What is going on? He's like doing the neck thing. He's cracking every knuckle in the neck. I'm like, geez. Oh, my gosh. Football season. Let's go to Frank in Dallas.
I love how it's an excuse for everything.
Frank in Dallas.
Hey, Frank.
What's happening, man? Now, you guys got my blood boiling.
Yeah. Long-time listener. Love you guys, man. I try to hold it down for us out here in Dallas.
Yeah, no, I know, Frank. Yeah, you do hold it down there.
Fly that flag proudly.
Oh, always, man. I just wanted to talk about the D-line. I know we've been getting on Bosa, and I get it, right? It's warranted with how much money he's getting paid. But, I know Hargrave's been making some plays too, but I haven't heard anything from Drake Jackson in a while, Armstead in a while.
Is he even on the team?
Double team. Like, we need to get home. Other guys need to get home, man. I know they get the ball out quick, but our defensive line just doesn't look as good as it did in 2019. I feel like we have more depth. So that's it, guys. I love you guys, and keep going.
Love you too, Frank. Good call there. Let's go to Javier. I'm only giving you 90 seconds. No 5-minute calls
get right
today,
to
Javier.
it, kid.
Straight to the point, Javier. Mr. Hill, Mr. Shasky's doing okay, Javier.
Man, you sound angry already, man. Somebody must have told you not to know. But it's all good.
I'm not angry, Javier. I'm fired up. It's a Friday. I got Warriors and Kings. I don't even know who are you going to wear a split jersey today?
Nah, I know based on all them hating suckers you got in that comment section on Twitch and YouTube and all that other, you know what I'm saying? You got a bunch of cartoon characters always throwing shade at me, but it's good. Like I said, first thing before I get to the Niners,
but you're a Warrior and Kings fan though, right? So I was wondering if you're going to wear a split jersey.
Nah, I'm a Kings fan first because I like the Kings since 1998. My first game ever was 1998 when my mom took me and my sister. But my dad took me to my first Warriors game in 2001. You know what I'm saying? So, we went back with that Nick Van Exel and, Speedy Claxton and all those boys. But, that's not the conversation. Yeah, that's not the point of this conversation. The point of what I was going to make is first thing for the Niners, I got about 50 seconds left. Chassis, man, you're going to have to stop disrespecting and dismissing what we do in Sacramento. We took you guys to the brink. I'm not saying we're nowhere near where you're at. But, you could, despite your face and rolling your eyes to the sky, like, bro, you're not going to bring that energy into the Golden One Center. You can be shaking hands and smiling. You're not going to be acting like that because it ain't nowhere near as acting. You're like, oh, Sacramento, bro. Like, we took you guys to the brink, Game 7. You guys were chipping your toenails with how stressed you guys were. But I didn't call for that, man. But just
what did you call for?
Hey, hold on, man. Give me a second. Like,
I've given you 40.
Bye-bye. Not today, Javier. I told you to get to the point.
Hey,
you talk about the fake haters. Ain't nobody hating on you. Everybody waiting for you to get off the air.
I have a new advanced analytics stat that Farhan would be very proud of. Chris Collinsworth might even put it into PFF. I don't know if you know this year, Bonte. There's pressure rate, there's win rate, podcast percentage right now. Eric Armstead has 4 podcasts that have been released since the season started and 0 sacks. He has a 4-0 ratio.
You know what? Eric Armstead's got to do something.
Let's get into Andre Iguodala territory.
He is.
I mean, listen. Let's not disrespect Iguodala. He's a 4-time champ. Armstead hasn't won no Super Bowls. All right? Iguodala won 4 championships.
I want Iguodala.
Hit some big shots.
I forgot.
Hit some big shots.
I forgot about that.
I can't remember
Ever since Stephen A. banished Max, I forgot about that one.
Hey, listen. I can't remember the last time Eric Armstead made a big play. I can't remember. Can somebody remind me? When's the last time he made a big play?
Eric Armstead?
Yeah.
It's when he got the bag in 2020.
Oh, my gosh. I don't know.
When he took Buckner's money that offseason.
Drake Jackson is even on the football team anymore? Or is he going to be playing for USC when they come visit Cal this Saturday? Fight on. Where's Drake Jackson at?
They said his near sack of Dak Prescott.
Oh, God.
Is that what we're doing?
I haven't seen
Are we serious?
I haven't
Are
seen.
we serious? That can't be a thing.
I haven't seen Eric Armstead rub his belly in a long time.
That is fact.
He comes out with the dog chain. Maybe get that chain to Fred Warner or Dre Greenlaw. Seriously, the D-line, you're on notice. You're on notice this week.